Did you know that something as simple as drinking water can make a big difference in your weight loss? Well, while many people spend hours at the gym, cut carbs, follow restrictive diets, and look for crazy solutions, they end up ignoring one of the most powerful factors for an efficient metabolism: hydration. And look how interesting. If I told you that the simple habit of drinking more water can speed up fat burning, improve your digestion, and even control hunger, would you believe it? The truth is that most people don't drink enough water. And what's worse, they don't even realize the impact it has on the weight loss process. We grow up hearing that it's important to hydrate, but almost no one explains how decisive this can be for losing weight. If you've tried everything and feel like your body is stuck, that the scale doesn't move, that your mood is low, and that your hunger seems uncontrollable, perhaps what's missing isn't a harder workout or a stricter diet, but something much simpler. Water, and before you think, "Oh, but I drink water," let me ask you, do you really consume the ideal amount for your body? Or are you part of the group that drinks only when you feel thirsty? Because here's a warning. Feeling thirsty is already a sign that the body is dehydrated. In other words, if you only remember to drink water when you are already thirsty, your body is probably already suffering the effects of dehydration, and this could be directly harming your weight loss process. Now, think about it with me. If you don't give your body what it needs to function well, how do you expect it to burn fat efficiently? Water is involved in virtually all metabolic functions, including digesting food, eliminating toxins, regulating body temperature, and even transporting nutrients. When you don't drink enough water, these processes slow down, and this can make it difficult to lose weight without you even realizing it. But don't worry, because I'm going to show you exactly how water can become your great ally in weight loss. And more than that, I will teach you simple and effective ways to use hydration to your advantage to accelerate your results. If you really want to lose weight efficiently and sustainably, you need to understand the fundamental role of water in your body. So take advantage and tell me here in the comments, do you think you drink enough water, or do you feel like you can improve? I want to know how your hydration routine is going, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why this could be the factor you've been missing to unlock your weight loss. And look, if you think that drinking water is just a detail in your weight loss process, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you a simple and powerful recipe that you can take every morning to accelerate your results even more. This tip will help you activate your metabolism early, improve digestion, and enhance fat burning throughout the day. So don't go away, because this recipe could be just what you need to transform your routine and put you on the right path to losing weight more quickly and naturally. Stay with Agent. If there is something that our body really needs to function well, it is water. And it is no exaggeration to say that it is the most essential element for life. Our body is made up of around 60% water, and every cell, every organ, and every metabolic function depends on it to operate correctly. Without adequate hydration, nothing works properly, from digestion to blood circulation, body temperature regulation, and of course metabolism, which is largely responsible for your caloric expenditure and fat burning. Now imagine that your body is like a car. For a car to function well and run smoothly, it needs quality fuel, right? If you put bad fuel in, performance drops, the engine starts to fail. Parts wear out faster, and over time it may even stop working properly. It's exactly the same thing with your body. Water is like the fuel that keeps everything running, ensuring that all internal processes happen efficiently. When you don't drink enough water, the body goes into a state of overload, trying to compensate for the lack of hydration, which can cause fatigue, headaches, fluid retention, slow metabolism, and even difficulty losing weight. And there's more. Water is responsible for transporting nutrients to all cells in the body. If you consume a balanced diet, full of vitamins and minerals, but don't drink enough water, your body may not be able to absorb these nutrients correctly. This means that even if you eat well, your body may be in nutritional deficit simply because it is missing an essential element for these nutrients to be transported and used where they are needed. Now think with me, how can you expect your metabolism to work fast and burn fat efficiently if your body is dehydrated? Metabolism is a set of chemical reactions that happen in your body all the time. And do you know what these reactions need to happen? Water. Without enough water, your metabolism slows down, which means you burn fewer calories throughout the day, which makes the weight loss process more difficult. And if you feel like you're always tired, low on energy, and having trouble staying focused throughout the day, you can bet a lack of water plays a role. Dehydration directly affects the functioning of the brain, reducing your ability to concentrate and increasing the feeling of fatigue. This can impact not only your training performance, but also your willingness to stay active on a daily basis. So, tell me here in the comments, have you ever noticed that when you drink little water you feel more tired, hungrier, or have less energy to train? I want to know how your hydration routine is going, because many people underestimate this detail and don't realize the impact it has on the body. And now, let's talk about one of the biggest benefits of hydration for weight loss: how water speeds up your metabolism and helps you burn more calories naturally. You will be surprised at what I'll tell you next. If you are looking for effective ways to speed up your metabolism and boost fat burning, know that the solution may be simpler than it seems. Drinking water in the right amount can be one of the most powerful factors in boosting your metabolism and making the weight loss process much more efficient. But why does this happen? Metabolism is nothing more than the set of chemical reactions that occur in our body to keep everything working. And for these reactions to happen quickly and efficiently, water is essential. When you consume water, your body needs to heat this liquid to body temperature so that it can be absorbed correctly. This process requires energy and consequently uses calories. This phenomenon is known as thermal effect of water, and it happens every time you drink a glass of cold water. Studies have already shown that drinking water can increase the metabolic rate by up to 30% during a period of 30 to 40 minutes after drinking. This means that simply by maintaining good hydration throughout the day, you are constantly stimulating your metabolism to work faster. And it doesn't stop there. Water also plays an essential role in breaking down fat. In order for the body to be able to metabolize fat stores and use them as energy, it depends on a process called lipolysis. And guess what? Water is one of the essential elements for this reaction to happen. In other words, without enough water, your body may have difficulty using stored fat, making the weight loss process slower. Another important point is that water helps optimize liver function, one of the most important organs in the fat metabolization process. When the body is dehydrated, the liver needs to compensate for this lack of fluid by taking on some functions that would normally be performed by the kidneys. The result of this is an overload that reduces your ability to metabolize fat efficiently. In other words, if you don't drink enough water, you could be making it harder for your body to burn fat without realizing it. And there's more. Water is essential for regulating body temperature, especially during physical activity. When you exercise, your body produces heat and your temperature increases. To prevent overheating, it activates a cooling mechanism that makes you sweat. This sweating process not only prevents your body from overheating, but it also demands energy, which increases calorie expenditure. But for this to happen efficiently, it is essential that the body is well hydrated. Otherwise, a lack of fluids can compromise thermal regulation and reduce your training performance, preventing you from reaching your maximum calorie burning potential. Furthermore, when the body is well hydrated, blood flows better, transporting oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. This means that your muscles receive more oxygen during your workouts, improving your performance and allowing you to train longer and with more intensity. And the more efficient your workout, the more calories you burn and the faster you reach your weight loss goals. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever noticed that when you drink more water, your body responds better during training and you feel more energetic throughout the day? I want to know if you have tried increasing your water intake and noticed any difference in your results. In the meantime, let's talk about another essential factor for weight loss that most people ignore: how water can be the key to controlling your hunger and avoiding overeating. You will be surprised by what I will show you next. Oh, leave it here in the comments. I read everything and can bring you more content to help you achieve your goals efficiently and sustainably. Your question may be the same as many people's, so comment here and let's learn together. Have you ever felt that sudden hunger, But when you drank a glass of water, you realize that the desire to eat went away. This happens because our body often confuses the signals of hunger and thirst. When we are slightly dehydrated, the brain can interpret this need for liquid as a request for food, and the result is that we end up ingesting unnecessary calories when, in fact, we just needed more hydration. This is one of the reasons why drinking water throughout the day can be a powerful strategy for controlling your appetite and avoiding overeating. Our body depends on water to perform several functions, and regulating hunger is one of them. The hypothalamus, the part of the brain responsible for controlling both hunger and thirst, can give mixed signals when the body is not getting enough fluids. This means that, in many moments, the feeling of hunger can just be your body's request for more water. And do you know what happens when a person doesn't recognize this difference? She ends up consuming unnecessary foods, often high in calories, believing that she really needs to eat, when, in fact, a simple glass of water would resolve the issue. Additionally, drinking water before meals can be a great strategy for reducing caloric intake without having to count calories or follow strict diets. When you drink a glass of water before eating, your stomach expands slightly, sending signals to your brain that there is already something there, which can help reduce the amount of food consumed at a meal. This does not mean that water replaces food, but rather that it can help regulate your appetite, helping you eat in a more balanced and conscious way. And it doesn't stop there. Water also plays a fundamental role in the digestion of food. When you are well hydrated, your body is able to process food more efficiently, facilitating the absorption of nutrients and preventing discomfort such as bloating and constipation. But when fluid intake is low, the digestive system slows down, and this can generate an accumulation of waste in the body, causing a feeling of heaviness, fullness, and even a false impression of weight gain. Therefore, staying hydrated not only helps control hunger, but also improves the entire digestive function, making the weight loss process much more fluid and natural. Now, if you have difficulty drinking water throughout the day, here's a simple tip. Before eating anything outside of your main mealtimes, try drinking a glass of water and waiting a few minutes. Often, that hunger that seemed uncontrollable disappears because, in fact, it was just thirst. And if even after that you still feel hungry, then your body really needs food, in which case you can make a more conscious choice of what to consume. Now tell me here in the comments, have you noticed that when you drink more water, you feel less like snacking between meals? Have you ever had that feeling of hunger that disappeared after a glass of water? I want to know your experience because this is a very common mistake, and understanding how your body responds can make all the difference in your weight loss process. And now let's talk about another fundamental factor that many people don't pay attention to: how water can improve your digestion and avoid those bloating that give the impression of weight gain. You will understand why fluid retention may be preventing you from seeing real results in the mirror. If you've ever felt your body swollen, your clothes tighter than normal, or even noticed that the scale went up from one day to the next without any logical explanation, it's very likely that you're dealing with fluid retention. And you know what's most curious? Many people believe that to reduce swelling, you need to drink less water, when in fact it is exactly the opposite. Drinking more water is one of the best ways to combat fluid retention and reduce discomfort caused by excessive fluid accumulation in the body. The human body has a natural self-regulation mechanism. When he realizes that he is not getting enough water, he goes into defense mode and starts storing liquids as a form of prevention. This happens because, without an adequate amount of hydration, the body interprets this shortage as a possible risk and starts holding on to all the available water, which causes swelling, a feeling of heaviness, and even sudden variations in body weight. In other words, if you drink little water throughout the day, your body tends to retain more liquid as a survival strategy. Now imagine that your body works like a sponge. When you are well hydrated, this sponge is moist, flexible, and can release excess water more easily. But when you don't drink enough water, that sponge becomes dry and hardened, holding on to as much liquid as possible. This is exactly the effect of dehydration on the body. The less water you drink, the safer your body feels, creating that bloated, appearance, especially in the legs, face, and abdominal region. And there is another very important point. The lack of water also interferes with the sodium balance in the body. Sodium, present in salt and many processed foods, is one of the main causes of fluid retention. When the body is dehydrated, the kidneys cannot eliminate excess sodium efficiently, which causes more fluid to become trapped between the cells, causing even more swelling. But when you drink enough water, the body is able to eliminate this excess through urine, reducing the accumulation of fluids and helping you to debloat naturally. Another factor that can worsen fluid retention is a sedentary lifestyle. If you spend a lot of time sitting or standing without moving, blood circulation is impaired, and this contributes to the accumulation of fluid in the extremities of the body, such as the ankles and feet. And this is where water comes in as a great ally. As in addition to helping eliminate toxins and excess sodium, it also improves circulation and prevents liquids from being retained in cells. When you combine good hydration with physical exercise, the body can eliminate these liquids much more efficiently, reducing swelling and improving the feeling of lightness. And if you tend to consume a lot of coffee, diuretic teas, or alcoholic drinks, know that these liquids can increase retention even more if you don't balance it with a good water intake. This is because many of these drinks have a diuretic effect, that is, they cause your body to eliminate more liquids. But if you don't replace this lost water, your body goes back into retention mode, holding on to even more fluids to avoid dehydration. Therefore, if you regularly consume coffee or alcoholic beverages, it is essential to increase your water intake to avoid this rebound effect. Now, if you want to reduce swelling and get rid of fluid retention, the best strategy is to increase your water intake gradually. There's no point going all day without drinking anything, and then trying to compensate by drinking large amounts at once. The ideal is to distribute hydration throughout the day, ensuring that your body receives a constant amount of liquid to maintain balance and prevent it from needing to retain water. And tell me here in the comments, do you feel like your body swells frequently? Have you tried drinking more water to see if that improves? I want to know how your hydration is, and if you've noticed a difference in your body when you started drinking more water. And now let's talk about another essential benefit of hydration for those who want to lose weight. How water can improve your digestion and ensure that your intestines work more efficiently. You will understand why dehydration may be preventing you from eliminating toxins and leaving your organism slower. Many people have doubts about the ideal amount of water to drink per day to ensure that the body functions well and, mainly, to enhance the weight loss process. The most common recommendation we hear is the famous 2 liters a day rule. But does this really apply to everyone? The truth is that the amount of water needed can vary greatly from person to person, and several factors influence this need, such as body weight, level of physical activity, ambient temperature, and even diet. A more accurate way to calculate the ideal amount of water for your body is using the formula of 35 milliliters per kilogram of weight. In other words, if you weigh 70 kilos, you should consume around 2.5 liters of water per day. But if you practice intense physical activity, live in a very hot place, or consume foods rich in salt and processed foods, this need may be even greater. This is because the body loses more fluids through sweat and breathing, and replacement needs to accompany this loss to avoid dehydration and ensure that the metabolism continues to function at its best. Another point that influences hydration is the type of diet you follow. If your diet is rich in fruits and vegetables, which naturally have a high water content, you may need a slightly smaller amount of additional fluids. On the other hand, if your diet is based on processed foods with excess salt and sugar, your body may need even more water to help eliminate excess toxins and maintain water balance. Furthermore, the body itself gives signals when it needs more hydration. If you frequently feel dry mouth, have difficulty concentrating, notice that your skin is drier, or even feel excessively hungry outside of meal times, it may be an indication that your water intake is not adequate. The color of your urine is also a great thermometer for assessing your hydration. If it is very dark and has a strong smell, it is a clear sign that your body needs more water. Ideally, it should have a light yellow tone, almost transparent. which indicates that the hydration is at the appropriate level. And now tell me, do you think you drink enough water, or do you feel like you can improve? Do you often notice these signs in your body, such as dry mouth, tiredness, and untimely hunger? I want to know more about your hydration routine, because this could be directly influencing your metabolism and your weight loss results. In the meantime, let's move on to the next part, where I'll give you practical tips to increase your water intake effortlessly and turn this habit into something natural in your life, your everyday life. If you've made it this far, you already understand how water is essential for the functioning of your body and how hydration can speed up your metabolism, reduce bloating, improve digestion, and even control hunger. But if you have trouble drinking water throughout the day, don't worry. I'm going to give you some simple strategies that will help you transform this habit into something natural in your routine without having to force it or remember it all the time. The first tip is to start the day with a glass of water. As soon as you wake up, even before having breakfast, drink at least 300 to 500 milliliters of water. During the night, the body spends several hours without receiving fluids, and this first hydration helps to activate the metabolism, stimulate the intestine, and prepare the body for the day. If you have difficulty drinking water on an empty stomach, try adding a few drops of lemon, which in addition to giving a refreshing taste, also helps balance the body's pH and improve digestion. Another powerful strategy is to always carry a bottle of water with you. It seems simple, but having water in sight reminds you to drink it throughout the day. Choose a bottle that you like. It could be a thermos to keep the water cold, or one with time markings to encourage you to drink small amounts throughout the day. And if you spend a lot of time at the computer or in the office, keep a glass of water next to you, so every time you look at it, you remember to take another sip. If you find it difficult to drink pure water, a great alternative is to opt for natural teas or waters, savored. Teas such as chamomile, mint, ginger, and hibiscus, in addition to helping with hydration, also have properties that can aid digestion and metabolism. Now the water's savored. They can be made with slices of lemon, orange, strawberry, cucumber, or mint leaves, bringing a touch of flavor without adding calories or sugar. This can make the habit of drinking water much more pleasurable and avoid that feeling of obligation. Another way to ensure that you are hydrating well is to create reminders on your cell phone. If you are the type of person who goes through the day without realizing that you are not drinking water, setting alarms every 2 hours can be a great way to create the habit. Over time, your body will get used to it, and this need to drink water will become automatic without the need for reminders. And now tell me, do you have difficulty drinking water throughout the day, or have you already managed to do so? Turn this into a habit. Which of these strategies do you think might work best for you? Tell me in the comments, because I want to know how your hydration routine is going. Oh, and if you've gotten this far, don't forget to like and share this video so that more people can understand the importance of water in losing weight. Your results. Now that you know how essential hydration is to speed up your metabolism and help you lose weight, I'm going to teach you a simple and powerful recipe for you to take every morning and further enhance your results. This drink will help you activate your metabolism early, improve digestion, reduce bloating, and increase your energy for the day. And best of all, it's super easy to do. Mix 300 to 500 milliliters of warm or room temperature water with the juice of half a lemon, adding a teaspoon of grated or powdered ginger to enhance the thermogenic effect. Add a pinch of turmeric to help reduce inflammation and improve digestion. If you want to intensify the benefits even further, add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, which helps regulate blood sugar levels and facilitates the digestion of fats. Finally, a pinch of cinnamon can bring a more pleasant flavor and also help control the desire for sweets. Mix all the ingredients well and drink first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, about 15 to 20 minutes before breakfast. This drink helps hydrate the body after sleeping, activates metabolism, improves digestion, and contributes to fat burning throughout the day. Now that you have this powerful recipe to start the day with more energy and speed up your metabolism, it's time to take the next step to further enhance your results. In the next video, I will show you how small adjustments to your routine can completely transform your weight loss process and help you achieve a healthier body in a sustainable way. You will discover simple but highly effective strategies that many people ignore and that make all the difference in weight loss.